Jacqueline, how do you plan for your year of homeschooling? How do you prepare for that during the summer, especially as fly by the seat of the pants as you are? I'm answering these questions today. I'm Jacqueline. This is homeschoolhangout.xyz, and I am a veteran homeschooler of 17 years. And I am here making videos on homeschooling, specifically some in California, to help you homeschool with peace and clarity. Let's get into it. Okay. I want to preface all of this to say, these are some things that work for me. And remember, just because you plan doesn't mean you have to do it. In our house, our line with our children is, this is the plan, and plans change. Sometimes we as adults need that reminder more than the children. So let's talk about it. So over the summer, not really over the summer, we started homeschooling in like July. But leading up to that, we kind of make some tentative plans of what we want to start covering. Now, when we start homeschooling in July, usually that's just coming back for math, maybe some fun activities, and then we kick in a little bit more. We roll out our subjects one at a time. Frequently, I did story of the world. And so what I would kind of do is go, what am I going to need for the first month as far as books? Because you check out a lot of books from the library. And I would kind of theorize what we were going to cover for the year. Why do I say theorize? Well, in case you need to get books, things, I'm trying to see if I can reach anything here. So like if you know you want to cover creative writing, this is what I really recommend. It's a Pirate's Guide to Grammar of Story. You have time to pick it up. So you pick this up, you pick up, notebooks, all that fun stuff, and you make a tentative plan. And why do I say tentative plan? If a month in, you go, my kids hate that book. My kids don't like my math curriculum. It's not working for them. Or they worked faster, or they worked slower. You can adjust. Now, I know people who sit down and literally plan every week of homeschooling for the entire school year. I've never been one of those people. And I know for myself, if I did that and then my kids weren't getting a concept and I pushed them, I would feel really bad about falling off the plan. So I only plan for like a month ahead at most. Some things are only a week. And what do I mean by the week? Well, I really recommend you get planners for your children. Now remember, my kids are older. We started with the Dollar Tree weekly planners when they were younger until they were probably in like 5th grade. My 17-year-old uses a happy planner. This one's mine. But she uses a vertical happy planner like this. And now that she's a senior in high school, she puts her own homework in it. My son used something like this, which is just and these are based on their own likes and dislikes. Let me go to something he didn't use. So he had a weekly, he had his general tasks. This is what he used for his first year in college, kind of. And what I did every weekend is I sat down and wrote all their assignments for the entire week in the weekly planner. And then I gave it back to the children. Now, when they were little, I was very specific. On Monday, you will do this math. On Tuesday, you will do this math. As they got older, I started going over with them my weekly expectations, and they decided how they wanted to break up their homework for the week. Great example. My 17-year-old right now is taking 2 college summer school classes. She also just started a job. So right now, she's working Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. She has homework due for her classes today, which I'm filming this on a Wednesday, and then on Sunday. But we know she'll be in church all day Sunday. She gets to decide kind of what of that homework she spreads out over the week. Does she do it Tuesday? Does she do it Thursday? That's kind of up to her. And if you think about it, she's a senior. She should be, making some of these decisions. But that's what I did. And then those $1.25 or more expensive day planners, they actually are something I keep. I also keep all mine. It's history. It tells you what you've been doing. We also put their activities in there of like, and the nice thing about laying out the whole week in the planner is you go, okay, you're going to be at choir all day Tuesday, or my kids often did choir and science on Tuesday. Maybe I don't want to give you a lot of homework on that day. So laying out all the activities, almost like you would time block for yourself, kind of goes, okay, they're going to be out all morning. They can do a little bit of homework in the afternoon, or they're going to be out all morning and afternoon. Why would I plan anything? It helps you look at it. And then The next week, I look at the previous week and see what they got done. They can work ahead if they want. They can do different things if they want, because let's be clear, we gave rewards every time they finished a school book, like a math book kind of assignment, the whole book. And so if they want to work ahead, or if they got a concept really well and don't need to go back through it. So let's say they're writing an essay, and it's only a page essay, 5 paragraph, the standard, whatever. And I, in my mind, thought, oh, we'll go through and we'll edit it. They'll write a rough draft and a final draft. Hey, that was great. They don't need to write a final draft. Why would I make them do that? You can skip it. Or the other side. They really struggled with that. And we spent a lot of time in outlining and in pulling facts and in doing things like that. They haven't finished it. Well, great. You just assign it to the next week. Now, this is what has worked for me. I am pretty low stress. I also plan like this because a good example is I remember doing Story of the World one year, and my kids were watching the Liberty's Kids cartoons, which if you haven't seen it, we highly recommended it to everybody. It was on TV, the internet, all of it. And it's all about these kids during the American Revolution. And so my kids got really interested in the American Revolution. So we actually took Story of the World and put it off to the side and got books from the library on the founding. This week they're reading a book on George Washington. The next week they're doing something else. We're going to learn about the printing press, which in so many ways was a huge tool in the American Revolution with the leaflets and the pamphlets and all of that kind of stuff at their levels, because I have children who range over 4 years. And we did that instead of Story of the World because it captured their imagination, their interest. And so we went forward with that. And so that's the other reason I don't plan too far in advance. If you hear there's going to be a great field trip available in your area and you want to do a whole bunch of stuff prepping for it or after it, science-wise or history, let's say we're going to do the beekeeping tour and you want to learn more about beeswax and science and bees and all of that stuff. The fact that honey seems to last forever. All of that kind of stuff, you might want to throw out what you were, in theory, going to be doing in October. So it gives you some of that freedom to modify as you go. And I really like that a lot. And that is one of the reasons I homeschool is that kind of freedom. But this is just one person's opinion and one person's methods. If you want to hear some more, this is actually part of a collab that is being hosted by Devine from Calm in the Chaos Homeschool and Shauna from Homegrown Homeschool. There's going to be a playlist down in the bottom, and I really recommend you go see what they do. I know lots of people who've used different homeschool planner software and will plan out their whole year, will keep every assignment in software. I personally found that the day planner worked really well for us and it adapted to your day-to-day life. But that, we all do different things. Let me know what has worked for you and make sure to check out the other videos in the collaboration. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.